Hi, I'm Sue.
And I'm Ricardo, and this is That's Amore Valentine's version. So after you've given up on all your healthy diet ideas in January, we're into February and Valentine's Day. We're going to do something using a little bit more cream-based sauces and things like that.
Our whole meal is passion today. Perano prawns, pork tenderloin, panna cotta. See how we did that? Everything started with the P. Passion day.
That's right, it's
So
passion
what are we doing
day.
first?
First, we're going to kiss. Right here. Plant one right there.
Well,
Come on. There we go. Now I'm ready. So we're going to start with perano prawns first. Big seller in the restaurant. Whenever I go on a book tour, I do perano prawns, and everyone loves them. They are a winner. I start everything with grapeseed oil, by the way.
Great oil for heating, greatest oil for heating up.
So then we have some prawns here. I use two different kinds of prawns. A peeled and deveined prawn with a tail on. Just makes life a little easier for you. And then I also use some smaller prawns here just for a nice little filler. Okay? So we're going to put those in once the oil heats up. I usually like using a little bit of a shallot for starters.
Tell me when I can throw something in.
You can put the prawns in, Sue.
Right.
Some butter. Butter makes everything taste good. Perano, you could also use sambuca and ouzo, but I do find that the French did get it right. Now careful, because it is going to flame up, as you see.
My hairspray is a bit flammable, so I'm going to stand back as to not create any kind of more fire, which tends to be the case when I'm in the kitchen.
A little parsley, chili peppers.
In everything. Remember we talked about this in our last show. Chili flakes and everything.
There is no substitute for heavy cream, so do not try and use half and half.
Milk.
Do not try and use milk. It will not reduce. Remember, this is February and it's Valentine's Day.
And it's about love, and that's what our whole thing is about. Love of cooking for each other, for our family, for a stranger you met on the bus. I don't care. Just cook with love, okay?
We're going to start, while this is reducing, and we're going to start our pork tenderloin.
Can I have a spatula or something? I want to stir.
Sure thing, hon. Okay, I'm just going to turn that down because the prawns are pretty much ready.
And that was done in minutes. Did you see that, how quick that was? That's beautiful.
Just going to leave that be for now.
Can I touch it still, though, like
You
this?
bet. Grapeseed oil once again. Pork tenderloin, the most underrated of all tenderloins. It is a beautiful piece of lean meat that you can get in just about any grocery store. I just marinated it in a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, chili peppers, parsley. And we are going to sear it in a pan, seal all sides, and I'm going to fire it in the oven and cook it at 400 degrees for approximately 10 minutes.
So wonderful meat, but you could also do this sauce with chicken as well. If you're someone who's really not someone who's interested in eating pork, do a really great free-range chicken breast, and this sauce would work great in that.
I just have some nice new potatoes here that we're going to chop in half. We're going to put them in there. About a quarter of an onion. A little bit of oil. So you're just going to heat up your potatoes here. Toss them up a little bit, and that gets thrown into the oven. You can do those a little bit ahead of time because it does take about a half an hour to 45 minutes to cook your potatoes. We're just going to do some vegetables here, and I've chosen asparagus today. So we're just going to heat up a pan, and I'll show you how quick it is to cook asparagus. You throw it in. You add a little wine. You add a little butter. I'm going to shut the heat off.
And that's it.
My three ingredients that I play with all the time.
See, I would have gone another half an hour. That's sort of how I cook asparagus.
These are ready to
the
go.
good old-fashioned Irish way.
Get your asparagus hot and serve it. All right, so we're going to start on this white chocolate panna cotta. So Susan, you have a half a cup of milk there.
I do. Is it milk or is it cream?
It's milk.
Okay.
Put it into a bowl. And we have gelatin that she's going to pour on top of the milk, and we're just going to let that sit while we cook the cream. 2 cups of cream. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. The secret ingredient is white chocolate. And what you want to do with chocolate is if you can shave it like so, it will fall apart nicely for you. But just break it up like this so it melts easily.
Okay. And how long does it usually take to melt in the cream? Like, how long did it take for you to melt my heart? Do you remember that? Remember when you met me?
About the same as this, 3 minutes.
I think you fed me at the same time. That's probably why that worked.
Stir this, please.
Oh, I'd love to. Again, once again, not really knowing what she's doing, but can stir on command.
So you're going to stir in the white chocolate there until the sides come to a boil. So this cream is heated up just before a boiling point now. You just want to get that used to the temperature of what you're putting in there. And there you have it. We're going to put them in these small ramekins, 2 hours refrigerated, and they will be nice and firm. We're going to see how our pork is.
Okay.
Should be pretty close.
That was
Isn't that
fabulous.
beautiful? We're just going to let this rest on the cutting board here.
And talk about resting meat.
Sure. It's important to rest meat. It releases the juices and relaxes. It just like, think about when you're resting.
That's a good example.
When you're all intense and you've worked and now you just want to relax and sit on your couch. You just want to relax and rest. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the meat. The meat was just in something that was incredibly hot and the muscles are all tensed up and now it's just going to rest and relax.
I am relaxing right now. I just want to let everyone know.
We're going to throw some cream in here.
So you're using the juice of the pork still?
Absolutely. It's important that you use the pan
Okay.
that you cook the pork in because now you're going to scrape the juices out of it. This is Gorgonzola cheese, which is an Italian blue cheese. Got about a tablespoon of it.
Fantastic cheese.
I'm going to put that in there. And once again with my secret spices of salt, pepper, chilies, and parsley. We're just about ready. I'm going to shut this off because the rest of the cheese will melt all by itself.
This smells great.
At the very end here, we're going to take some fresh rosemary. The heat of the potatoes will warm them up. Your pork tenderloin now, which is nice. It should be probably about medium. You take your absolutely gorgeous looking sauce. Might want to garnish with rosemary, seeing that rosemary has all the different hints in there.
Okay, so there's our main course. Do you remember the first time you cooked for me?
Am I supposed to remember?
Never mind. I thought it was etched in your memory forever.
We're going to garnish with tarragon. Tarragon has very similar traits to the licorice and the perano cream. And then we have perano prawns.
Again, the perano prawns, the pork tenderloin, and the final P of the passion dinner
is panna cotta.
Yay.
I'm going to go around the edges with a paring knife to loosen the edges. We're going to try and get this out of here now and put it on the plate.
There we go.
And there we are. I prepared a raspberry coulis. It's just fresh raspberries reduced with a little bit of sugar. You just thicken it with a little bit of a cornstarch mixture. I'm going to garnish with some fresh raspberries here. It's always nice to have mint also.
What about some shaved white chocolate?
We can do shaved white chocolate.
I was going to think you should do some shaved white chocolate. Oh, that looks fantastic.
There we go. So for the Valentine special here, we have wonderful perano prawns, our pork tenderloin, and a white chocolate panna cotta.
And again, it's all about love, folks. And if you can do this, you will find love. See how I said that? You will find love.
Absolutely. This is Ricardo and Sue. We'll see you again next time on That's Amore.
Thanks.